Okay, hello and welcome to This Is How to Budget. In the previous video, we installed the budget application, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a budget spreadsheet. A budget spreadsheet is a Google spreadsheet which has been set up ready for use as a budget, and creating this spreadsheet is basically the step we need to complete prior to creating the budget itself. At the moment with the Google platform, a budget spreadsheet can only be created using a computer internet browser. So again, using a computer, in the next few steps, I'll show you how to create a Google spreadsheet, how to set up this spreadsheet so it's ready for use with the budget application, and then how to access the menu for the budget application itself. And then lastly, after we've done all that, I'll cover a potential issue which could come up at this stage and how to resolve it, and I'll go into that in more detail in the video. So the first step, if you haven't already, is to sign into your Google account, and I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, once signed into Google, the next step is to open the Google Drive, which is Google's file storage and sharing platform. So to do this, click the dots in the top right corner to display your Google Apps, and then click Drive. Once in Google Drive, we need to create a new spreadsheet. So to do this, click New, and then Google Sheets. And this will create a new spreadsheet in a new tab. Okay, next we need to set this spreadsheet up as a budget. And just to be clear, we're not creating a budget at this point. We're only configuring the spreadsheet settings to be able to work with the budget application. And there's a couple of steps to do this. First, we need to give the spreadsheet a name. So to do this, click the name in the top left corner, which is currently Untitled Spreadsheet. Just highlight that and delete the text, and you can enter personal budget. And I should also note that once you name a spreadsheet, it's automatically saved into your Google Drive along with any further changes. So the next step is to configure the country and time zone settings. So to do this, click File and then click Settings. And then under Locale, regardless of the country you live in, I want you to select Australia. And just to explain, the reason for this is because the budget application only works in English. And if you were to select another country, then later when it came to calculating a budget, the Google Sheet will automatically start translating English words into the native language of the country selected, which the budget application doesn't recognize. And an error would be produced and the calculation would fail. So Australia has to be selected under Locale in order for the budget application to work. And then under time zone, I want you to select the regular time zone that applies to where you live. So for example, I live in New South Wales, Australia, and I'm in the Sydney time zone. So I can leave that as is. But again, for example, if I lived in Manila in the Philippines, I could scroll up and select the Manila time zone. And I'll just change that back to Sydney. And then once that's done, click Save Settings. And then lastly, a budget is best viewed at 50% zoom. So set the zoom to 50%. That completes the setup of the spreadsheet. So then to access the application, any add-on that you install for Google Sheets, the application menu is kept under Extensions. So if we click Extensions, you can see that this is how to budget menu at the bottom, and the application is now ready to use with this spreadsheet. And we go into that, the actual use of the application in detail in future videos. So now that you can create a budget spreadsheet and access the application, there's an issue you need to be aware of which could come up at this point. Because the budget application is available to all your Google spreadsheets, it's possible to activate the application with a spreadsheet you're not using as a budget, which is problematic. To show you what I mean, if I switch back to the Google Drive and create another spreadsheet, and I'll just call this one not a budget. Then under extensions, you can see the This Is How to Budget menu is still available, and this menu will be available to all your Google spreadsheets. Now, if I were to click any item in the menu by accident, or such as by accident, the application will become activated with the spreadsheet and begin to perform certain functions automatically. So for example, if I click About, this will display the About alert, which contains information about the budget application and Lumos. So if I do that and hit refresh, you'll see the application now starts to do certain things automatically. So it's displaying some alerts. Down the bottom left here, it's created some sheets. And then if I click refresh again, this continues to happen, which is obviously a problem. So to resolve this, we need to deactivate the application with the spreadsheet. And to show you how to do this if it becomes an issue for you, I've created a separate video which I've put a link to in the description called How to Deactivate the Budget Application with a Spreadsheet. And you can also find this on the This Is How to Budget webpage. So that concludes this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.